Reacher Season 2 has arrived, and I have to say, in the era where streaming networks have pumped out some garbage, I was a bit skeptical when it came to this show. But I went into the show anyway because I liked the books, and let me tell you, the first season was great. It had great action, it was very well shot, and the mystery was there. And as the show goes on, it's easy to pick up on who the bad guys are. And the plot isn't anything new, but Reacher absolutely delivers on being a fun show that actually has characters that you can care about. And like I said, although the show doesn't provide anything groundbreaking as of new stuff, I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and it had me wanting season 2 for about a year. So with the first 3 episodes out, the question is, was it worth the wait? Nice strike here, and welcome to my incredible subscribers. I hope you're having an awesome day, and if you are not a subscriber, that's all right. I hope you're having a great day too. I'm going to try to stay clear from major spoilers, but I'm sure I'll be getting into some spoilers for this video, so if you want to stay free from all of that, be gone. And if you are one of those people who already seen it or who just really don't care about spoilers, here we go. Reacher Season 2 starts off with a quick recap of Season 1. Season 1 doesn't really have anything to do with Season 2, but what they do show you from Season 1 is who Reacher is. He's a charming, tactical, simple, and very dangerous hobo who was part of an army unit called the 110th. Season 2 follows Reacher on a trip to the thrift store. When he steps out to grab some more cash to pay for his clothes, he encounters a woman that has bruises on her face and hands at an ATM. Reacher quickly identifies what's going on and walks up to this black SUV that's parked on the side of the road and completely demolishes this carjacker, disarming him and leaving him unconscious. When he goes back to the ATM to collect his money, he gets an emergency message from Neely. Reacher calls and finds out that one of his friends that were in his army unit, the 110th MP Special Investigators, have been murdered. Reacher and Neely reunite with 2 other members of his former unit to hunt down who murdered his friend and why. And for the first 3 episodes, I gotta say, I was very entertained, and each episode had me wanting to clip the next episode immediately once I saw the credits flash, until I reached the end and, I couldn't get to episode 4, unfortunately. Now, I hopped on the Reacher train a little bit late, so I'm not entirely sure if they released all the episodes at once for the first season, or if they released them weekly, but I think what they're doing now with season 2 is the way to go. I think weekly is the best, because if this show is good, which it is so far, it can bring new levels of hype to your show, and it invites more fans to come out and kind of, do their speculations and stuff on what's going to happen on the next episode. Now, I have not read this book that this season is based on, so I'm going completely blind, and you know what? It's not disappointing. For 3 episodes, they have a lot to cover with introducing so many characters, and I feel like they did a fantastic job with that. And this show definitely has some of the cheesy, fun campiness that was in season 1, but it never strays too far where it becomes like, MCU type humor and things can never be serious. I thought they handled the humor in this very well. But let's start with the big man himself, Reacher, played by Alan Richardson. I don't know how to say his last name, but yeah, he's perfect for the role. Great actor, and anytime he's on screen, which is all the time, if there's not jokes going around and things begin to start turning south, he absolutely commands the room. And we actually get to see a side that we didn't really see in season 1. We get to dive a bit more into Reacher's past, and it's shown to us through flashbacks and as he's meeting other members of the Special Investigators. We get a sense that he's just a peaceful dude, unless he's threatened, who just wants to have himself some freedom and do whatever he wants whenever he wants. That typically means by himself, and as the show continues, you get to see him looking at certain photos and reminiscing on the past. You get the feeling that Reacher actually does feel alone, and that he's missing out on important moments that happens with his former unit. What we got from season 1 was that Reacher has no family left, and what we get from the flashbacks is that really this 110th crew that they have all together is probably the closest people that he has to him that's left from his past. So when one of the members die, it just makes it all that more, 1, sad for Reacher, and then 2, you could see that it sparks like this type of absolute vengeance in him as well, which makes for a really fun storytelling. I'm interested to see where this goes with Reacher's character, because Reacher is a simple dude, nothing is crazy complicated about this guy, but it is nice to see a bit more of his past. Then you have Neely, who was in season 1 for a brief amount of time, and I thought that was a good introduction for her, and they definitely expand more on her character. She's smart, she knows how to handle herself, and as the show goes on, I feel like they really make you care about what happens to these characters. I don't want to name the other 2 members of the unit because I did want to try and avoid spoilers if I can, but they find a way to have you invest in all of them, and you really buy that they were and are still a team, and that they have a lot of love and respect for each other. With modern Hollywood, it's very easy how they could have just spun this Reacher show into him being incompetent, or he gets his, life saved multiple times by this 110-pound woman fighting a 240-pound man, right? But that never happens. They never belittle a character to uplift someone else. They all have their individual moments to shine, and Reacher and all the other members are very competent people and dangerous people. So whenever one is in the fight and needs assistance, They are all there to help each other out, and it never feels like the show is not about Reacher. Jack Reacher is the name of the show, and this is the main character like it should be. So it's very refreshing to see action-packed episodes with a mystery that I think is starting off stronger than season 1 mystery. And of course, they leave you off on a cliffhanger by the end of episode 3, and the mystery keeps getting bigger. Obviously, I can go on and on about this show, and honestly, I think I need to cut out some parts because it's just getting way too long. And who knows, maybe I'll go at a later date and go into a video where I get into like deep spoilers and whatnot. But I posed a question at the beginning of the video, and if you listen to this review, I'm sure you know the answer. I think season 2 of Reacher was definitely worth the wait. I already watched it twice, once with my wife, once by myself, and I'm going to watch it for a third time with some friends. It is just awesome to have a show that's exciting and not filled with woke garbage and political messaging. But that's my review of season 2 of Reacher. Did you watch season 2? If you did, what did you think about it? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, like the video. And if you like this kind of content and want to see more, why not consider subscribing? Thank you all again for watching this video this long, and until we meet again.